Hi and welcome to the mini masterclass for Ben Qigong. In this class we're going to be looking at movement for Uphold the Moon. Now Uphold the Moon engages the spine, and what we're trying to do is create space between each of the vertebrae without forcing. Okay, we do not force, and we especially don't try and create such a tightly curled body to open up the spine. Please remember, Qigong is done regularly, daily ideally, and we slowly open the body. We slowly melt away and dissolve the years of tension that's built into our bodies. And that's not going to happen overnight. So please be careful when you do any spinal work, because I don't want you to strain yourself and potentially this could sort of hurt the lower back if you think, oh, I've got to really make this C shape. Yes, you can, but just be as really lightly C-shaped as you can. Then slowly, as time goes on, you'll be able to feel the C connect with your spine. So the C shape. The C shape starts off with sinking the knees and dropping into your knees a little bit. So take a look down now, bend your knees until they're around the level of your toes. They definitely don't go past the line of your toes. Now place one hand on your pubic bone, the back of your other hand on your tailbone. And now with your knees to the level of your toes, tuck your pelvis under. Now that doesn't mean push your whole body forward. Just isolate the rest of the body, knees are bent, tuck your pelvis under. And the reason why you're putting your hands there is to feel your pelvis tilt backwards and forwards. And we want to tilt it forwards. Okay? So again, this is a point where you just have to be careful. Don't really force it in so that you feel your stomach muscles really tensed up. That shouldn't be happening. Lightly just tuck under, and then gradually you'll be able to make this more comfortable. Relax your arms. So bend knees, tuck pelvis under, and up again. When we come up, we use the thighs. So now what I'd like to do is do that 3 times. And as we sink into the knees, we're also tucking under. So it's not 2 movements, it becomes 1 movement. Knees bend, tuck under, and rise with your thighs. Knees bend, tuck under, and rise with your thighs. Once more, knees bend, tuck under. Excellent. Now we're going to go to the neck. Yes, we're going to miss out the whole chunk of the spine, but you'll see where that fits in just a moment. Now with the neck, it's what we call a crane neck or a turtle neck. So the crane neck is a long neck. It's an extended neck without being stretched. Okay, so please don't stand like a giraffe to do this movement. It definitely isn't stretched. It just feels like it's lengthening. Now, when you open up your neck, you get your hand, just get the palm of your fingers, and just rub the neck where you want to extend it, the back of your neck. This gives you an idea of where you're going to be working. Good. Now that area has been highlighted, just gently lift from the crown of your head until you feel the neck open. If it helps, drop your chin in very slightly to open up right at the top of the cervical spine here, where the occiput connects, the dip in the back of your head connects with your spine. So just drop your chin in slightly. That's a really subtle movement, and it should be subtle. Okay, from here, we're going to peer over. So keeping your neck long, peer over. So imagine you've just walked to a cliff edge. And I'd like you, without walking any further and moving your body, you just want to see how far the drop is the other side. So you're going to extend your neck and you're going to peer over. Now the important point here is that you should be able to fit the width of your fist between your chin and your chest. Okay, that's your marker. Width of your fist between your chin and your chest. Up and over and back. 3 times. Up, peer over and back. Up, peer over and back. Once more. Up, peer over and back. Well done. So now we put knees, pelvis and the crane neck together. So do this really slowly. When it comes to adding 2 or 3 different movements in and within Qigong, and my advice is to do it as slowly as you possibly can, repetitively, and that will build your coordination. Okay, so let's do this together. So knees bend really slowly, tuck the pelvis under, and as that's all happening, peer over and create your crane neck. And use your thighs to straighten the body, but don't lock your knee. Good, let's do that again. Knees bend a little, tuck under, crane neck, and back up. And once more, knees bend, tuck under, crane neck, and back up. Well done. So now we're going to slowly introduce the thoracic spine, the middle part of our spine. We've done the cervical, the top part. We've done the lumbar and the sacral, the lower part of the spine. Now we want to get to the largest part of the spine, which is the center part of the spine. And to get to the back of your spine, to get into your spine, I'd like you to focus on the front of your body. So I'll show you what I mean. If I stand to the side, if I bend my knees, tuck under, crane neck, you may already start to see that my spine has started to curl a little bit. Now for some of you, this is going to be far enough for now. For some others, you might be able to think, hang on a minute, I can go a little bit further here. So this is where you think about the front of your body as the C shape. So from your knees, up your thighs, into your torso to your shoulders. So if I emphasize the C shape a little bit more, okay, so I've tucked under, knees bent, I didn't move my knees anymore, crane neck still there, so this has created a lovely C shape with my spine, and I use my thighs to bring my body back up. I'll show you again to the side. Really slowly, knees bend, tuck under, crane neck, soften the inside of my body, and rise. So let's do that together 3 times. Knees bend, tuck under, crane neck, and soften the inside of your body. And up with your thighs. Don't lock your knees. Back down again, knees bend, tuck under, crane neck. Once more. Excellent, good. Have a little shake out. So that's the spine. That's the hardest part of this movement done. And it's probably one of the things that helped me the most when I was recovering from major spinal surgery. But I had to really take this gently, really gently. When you have something like surgery, like I'm sure many of you have undergone medical procedures, you sort of lose confidence in your body, and you're a little bit wary of what to do next. Can my body do this? I was exactly the same with my back when I was after I'd been in a wheelchair. And it really is a case of trusting and coming at this very, very gently, very slowly, little and often, softly, softly, catchy monkey, as they say. And before you know it, you've made some really, really significant improvements. So the arm movement of Uphold the Moon. So previously we had done the peacock fans its tail. Now if I do that once more, but I do half the movement, so I hang out like a T, make sure my shoulders are nice and relaxed, I turn my palms. As you can see, my arms are bowed, they're not straight, bowed. I've relaxed my shoulder blades, which helps me to relax my shoulders and my chest. Now the movement of the arms and hands is this circular movement in front. Now if I pause here, you'll see that I've got space in my armpits. I've created this circular-like shape with my arms across the top of my chest, and my wrists have crossed but they're not touching. And I come up the center line of my body with my hands and my wrists. Make sure you don't arch back, and just separate your hands, and as you do, your palms turn, so by the time your arms are either side of you, you're right back to where you started. But rather than pause, we continue this circular motion up the center of your body. Part the clouds, just let the moon float up and back down. We'll do this 3 times together. So with your arms either side, drop your shoulder blades. That just means let them go. Don't force them down, just let them go. Circle, cross wrists up the center line of your body and separate. Turn palms, float down, shoulder blades. Good. Excellent. So now what happens, we put the spinal C together with this scooping movement. And quite simply, when the hands come down, the body creates the spinal C. So by the time your hands and wrists have come out in front of you and crossed, you're in the full C position with your body. And when the hands rise, the lifting of your hands opens up the C shape of your body. Okay, so do this together. Hands go down, let's do this super slow. Knees bend, tuck under, crane neck, soften torso, hands coming in front. Good. We don't hold the posture, hands rise up, the body opens up from the C shape. Don't arch back, it's an upward movement. Down. As the hands start to come down, bend knees, tuck under, crane neck, soften the torso for a C shape, cross the wrists and open. Good. So your breathing is an inhale, exhale. In and out. And just let your arms float down either side of your body. And there you have it. Uphold the moon. Softly, softly, catchy monkey. Gently come at this movement. Little and often practice. Enjoy it. And I look forward to seeing you to practice movement 5 of Ben Qigong. Take care. Thank you. Bye-bye.